Oder ich kann sie auch mal direkt damit konfrontieren, die Miss Jordan.
Very stylish outfit. Pink bathrobe, ugly sun. Ms. Jordan, I need to have a serious word with you.
I wouldn't know what about.
About my handbag, which I found in your cabin.
You've been in my cabin? That's a break-in. I'll have you sent to jail.
Do you really want us to go to the captain and settle matters there?
Okay. You're right. Let me explain myself.
I'm listening.
Just a minute. First I need a drink to get over the shock.
You can have one, but then I want to know what's going on here. What would you like to drink? Gin and tonic?
A Bloody Mary. I only drink Bloody Marys.
No problem. Coming right up.
Warum muss ich ihr denn jetzt noch einen Drink spendieren?
See? We're both still alive.
You just keep on joking. You'll have that smile wiped off your face soon. Just you wait and see.
I'd like a Bloody Mary.
Do you think drinking alcohol at this early hour will help you forget the miseries of this world?
What? I thought you were a barkeeper.
Well, of course you're welcome to have a cocktail, but...
Great. We'll just get on with it then.
Just one moment, just a second.
Maybe I should have ordered one myself. Some of the people on board are difficult to bear when you're sober.
There you go. But please remember my words.
Yes, I'll do that. As soon as the great flood comes and we're up to our neck in water. Maybe he should be paying more attention to his drinks. A Bloody Mary in this kind of glass? Either he's out to annoy me, or he doesn't know the first thing about cocktails. I'll go find myself a safe spot, just in case the end of the world suddenly dawns on us. Here you are, Miss Jordan. Here's your cocktail.
Thank you.
So, what have you got to say?
Okay, what I'm about to tell you may sound a bit strange, but it really happened.
Just get on with your story, and we'll see what seems reasonably believable and what doesn't.
Fine. I passed your cabin last night. The door was ajar, and I was just curious, that's all. I peeked through the gap and saw a masked man searching through your luggage. He must have noticed me somehow because he turned around suddenly and dragged me into the cabin. He pushed me up against the wall. His hand was at my throat. I hardly dared to breathe. I don't know how long I stood there, but it felt like an eternity. The masked man probably didn't know what exactly he should do next either. Then I heard soft footsteps in the corridor, approaching the cabin. For a moment I thought maybe I should cry for help. And then suddenly, there was this gun before my eyes. The man hissed, "Shut up or I'll kill you." I was numb with fear, and even when he let go of me and slammed the door on you, I didn't dare move. A moment later, the man was standing behind me again, and he whispered in my ear, "If you tell anyone that you saw me here, you're dead. Now go to the ship's doctor and tell him the woman took an awkward fall and hit her head against the door. And remember, whatever you do, I'll be watching you closely." What was I supposed to do?
Are you okay? You've gone pale.
No idea. I'm sure it will go away again just as suddenly as it came. A Bloody Mary always helps. That's much better. When I got back to my cabin, I found this handbag on my table. I was scared because I suddenly realized that this man could enter my cabin anytime he wanted. I swear I haven't touched the handbag. Every time I looked at it, it sent shivers down my spine.
I don't know. I've heard more convincing stories. On the other hand, you must be a really good actress if the panic in your eyes isn't genuine. Did you recognize the man? You don't look as if you're any better. Do you want me to call a doctor?
I can't really breathe properly. Anyway, the guy... I'm not quite sure, but... he reminded me of...
Miss Jordan? Miss Jordan, are you okay? Oh, no. She suddenly started coughing terribly. It got worse and worse until she could hardly breathe.
The doc will put her right. Don't you worry.
But I do. This was meant to be a relaxing cruise. But I'm about as far away from that as I am from Hawaii. I should have a lie down for an hour or two. My headache from the incident with the door is getting worse. I should head for the restaurant now. I wonder what that mysterious passenger from cabin number 5 will be able to tell me about the strange goings-on aboard this ship.
Der hängt doch da mit drin. So, kleines Päuschen, gib beim nächsten Mal weiter. Na, dann gehen wir mal zu unserem Dinner mit dem Mafiosi.
First, he wants to see me and tell me some vitally important news regarding the incidents on the ship. And now, he's not here. Men. So, I'll give him another 5 minutes. After that, it's his bad luck.
Ja, da ist jemand über Bord gegangen.
Did someone just fall overboard? I hope I'm mistaken. I must have been mistaken. Who could have? And if not, what if there really is somebody out there, floating in the sea? I will tell the
Wird bald
captain
sterben.
just to be sure. He'll know what to do.
And you're positive that somebody fell overboard?
Yes, well, you know, it was like this. I was just sitting in the restaurant, waiting for somebody. And suddenly I heard voices.
That's not unusual at sea. Never heard of the ship's kobold?
I'm serious. There were these 2 men and they were fighting. Well, at least I saw 2 shadows and got the impression that they were fighting each other. Then there was a loud splash, as if one of them had fallen into the water, and I could see only 1 shadow after that.
You really think someone was thrown overboard?
It looked like it, at least.
Did you recognize these men?
No, I only know that one of them had a long ponytail. At first I thought it was a woman, but the figure looked more like that of a man. The guy with the ponytail suddenly disappeared after the loud splash.
There's only one person on board who has a ponytail. Our ship's doctor. I find it hard to believe what you just told me, but it can't hurt to have a look together. The doctor should still be in the sickbay with Miss Jordan.
Thank you.
See? Everything's fine. Our ship's doctor is taking great care of his patient.
You think I'm crazy, don't you? I was sure that there was a fight and that one of them went overboard.
No, I don't think you're crazy. It was dark and these things do happen. Just lie down and sleep for a few hours.
Actually,
I need to return to the bridge now. Good night.
yes, thank you. Same to you.
Der hat auch noch so eine Steward-Uniform an.
Really just imagine it? Oh well, while I'm busy making a fool of myself, I might as well go and check whether my date has finally shown up.
Die müssen langsam was über mich
I'll
denken.
have something to say to him tomorrow.
Ich
But
renn
I
vor
have
Türen.
enough for today.
Ich sehe
I'm going to
Gespenster.
bed now. Well, now I'm reasonably well rested and definitely fit enough to give someone who didn't show up for dinner a good talking to. But I just heard very distinct noises. Looks like that coward doesn't dare leave his cabin. Is he only afraid of being yelled at, or does he really have something to hide? Maybe I should go to the lower deck and look through the porthole of his cabin.
Das läuft ja jetzt alles fast automatisch ab, okay.
What's the doctor doing in this cabin? And is he really the doctor? And if he is, why is he wearing a wig? But even more important, who is treating Katerina Jordan? I really need to check up on her.
Aha, da ist also das Ponytail da.
What's the doctor doing in this cabin? And is he really the doctor? And if he is, why is he wearing a wig? But even more important, who is treating Katerina Jordan? I really need to check up on her. That must be cabin number 4. Hello, Mr. Lee.
Hello, Miss Kalenkow.
Are you on board simply to relax?
I have the same strategy as you. I like to combine business with pleasure. I'm on my way to a conference of the IADSES.
May I ask?
Of course, the International Association of the Discoverers of Stars in Everyday Situations.
Come again?
Virtually every magazine has sensational shots of stars in extremely embarrassing situations.
Yes, you can't really miss them.
We are also on the hunt for photos of famous people, but we don't climb trees and we don't creep through sewers. We have a code of honor.
I see.
For us, it's all about catching the star in a completely everyday situation in public. For example, when they are shopping in the supermarket, or driving, or going for a walk.
Sounds interesting. You seem completely fascinated by the photos.
To be honest, my fascination does have very definite boundaries. I only find the unknown beauty under the birch tree really fascinating. However, she does not seem to be a star, at least not yet. But perhaps that will change one day. Everyone started in a small way, you know. My first star was Sophia Loren, who accidentally spent too much time standing over a ventilation shaft during the opening of a department store. Unfortunately, it turned out that it wasn't Sophia Loren at all, but just a double. And it was no accident, but deliberately planned that way by the department store owner. Nevertheless, that was what started my passion for star photography.
And the photos on the wall can't even keep up with the Sophia Loren double?
Not yet, but I haven't looked at all the photos yet. Maybe one of them is a real hit. However, I realize I've become quite spoiled in this respect. Only real stars excite me now, and they probably wouldn't be seen dead on this kind of ship.
Who knows? Miracles happen.
You're right there. You usually bump into stars where you least expect them. For example, I once met a senator in the ladies' room. It was very embarrassing for him.
I can well imagine. But what were you doing in the ladies' room yourself?
That's a long story that you probably wouldn't understand.
No, probably not. I always thought the Chinese couldn't pronounce R's properly.
And I always thought Russians spent the whole day drinking vodka.
You can't beat good old cliches and prejudices. That's a fine collection of cameras you have there. Aren't they pretty heavy?
Yes, they are. But I was once lucky enough to meet Gina Turner at a car dealer's. I nearly wept for joy. And then the camera didn't work. Didn't have a clue why, it just didn't work. I never really recovered from that trauma.
Understandable.
Well, since then, I always have at least 3 different cameras with me, so that something like that can never happen again.
I'll let you know if I bump into any stars on the way.
Oh, that would be nice.
Was ist das? Ach, der da schon wieder. Naja, geil.
I had hoped he'd look a bit less oily today, but I guess that's another hope I can bury now. I had hoped he'd look a bit less oily. Hello,
Hello, pretty lady. What a piece of luck meeting you here. Have you taken part in our fantastic prize draw yet?
No, not that I know of.
Well, then it's high time you did. Otherwise, you'll miss out on our great prizes.
And what are they?
Oh, I haven't properly introduced myself. You probably already know that my name is Fleming Olsen, right?
No, but what's in a name? I can remember you clearly anyway.
Great. I leave a lasting impression on most people. Once they meet me, they don't forget me so quickly.
Yes, you can say that again.
There's something I'm sure you didn't know. I work for Rain Cloud Travels, the largest and most popular travel agency in Europe.
Noch nie gehört.
See.
Like, we organize coach trips to all kinds of destinations, imaginable and unimaginable. You choose one, and we'll take you there. But not just like that. Our luxury coaches will ensure that you arrive at your destination relaxed and well-rested. And...
Great. What about the prize draw, then?
oh yeah, I almost forgot. Even after so many years, I still get all worked up when I think of all the great possibilities we offer our customers. They include, for example...
How does the prize draw work? What exactly can I win? And how?
I'm glad you asked. On the table, you can see a few landmarks from the destinations that we at Rain Cloud Travels offer tours to. Anyone who wants to take part has to build a model of one of these landmarks for a chance to experience an unbelievable, unforgettable journey.
Yes, I know some people who have traveled with this company and will probably never be able to forget it for the rest of their lives.
As I said, some passengers have already participated, so not all cities are available. But the selection is still quite good. Got Paris, London, Brussels, and Vienna. Just choose which landmark you want to build a model of.
And then I can win a trip?
A journey from our stunning range will be raffled amongst all the participants.
And if I win, can I choose where I want to go?
You don't have to worry about a thing. We practically pick you up at your front door and take you to your hotel. Of course, the excursions are free of charge as well.
But you didn't answer my question. Can I choose my destination?
We'll do that for you too. Just build a model of one of the remaining landmarks and you will get a numbered lottery ball from me. All participants will bring their lottery balls with them to the next port, where I will personally draw the lucky winner of a fantastic trip.
Wo du dann den Zielort aussuchst. Aha.
Oh, what a shame. But
Der
you
ist
can
dann,
come back anytime.
wenn ich gewinne, dein
I
Schlafzimmer.
always enjoy charming company.
Yes, I would enjoy that too.
Was
One
ist
of
das?
the
Seattle
most
sein, oder
famous
was?
landmarks in Europe, even though there aren't many people who would recognize it.
Der Eiffelturm sieht anders aus. Das ist Rom, das
One of the
Kolosseum.
most famous landmarks in Europe, even though there aren't many people who would recognize it.
Ah, was soll das sein? Ein Beefy, ein Tennisball und ein Messer oder ein Bleistift? Naja. Aber unser Typ ist nicht da. Der hatte doch so wichtige Sachen zu sagen. Die Glocke ist auch weg.
Somebody has taken my makeshift bell, but the bolt is still sticking a long way out of the wall. A bowl of marzipan potatoes.
Die schleppt die ganze Zeit schon mit mir rum. Und weiß nicht, wozu so gut sind. Was soll ich mit der Aluminiumfolie? Wahrscheinlich soll ich irgendwie was basteln. Jetzt bastel ich das mit dem. Nee. Schauen wir doch erstmal. Jetzt Kopfhörer auf, ihn nervt das schon.
Barkeeper, and probably also baggage handler, cleaner, and cook. You have to be flexible as an employee nowadays. Thank you, I've gotten all I need for the time being. There he is, the king of the bongos. It is quite amazing what a big noise you can make with such a small drum. Nice drums you've got there.
They're bongos.
Oh, sorry. How could I?
No problem.
You're making a terrible racket with those things. Can't you occupy yourself some other way?
Sure. No problem. How?
Well, how about playing ping pong, for example?
I've already played that. But the last ball fell into the sea.
Oh, well, what about swimming?
No, that's really boring.
Yes, well, what about reading?
Even more boring.
I can see it won't be easy to persuade you to stop drumming.
Right. That won't be easy.
Don't worry, I'll think of something.
Well, now I'm really curious.
Cheeky kid. I like him, but it's difficult to look past that cheeky kid label. Okay then, I'll leave you and this deck to this terrible noise.
Yeah!
Why are you working as a barkeeper now? Didn't you have enough work to do as a porter?
Yes, more than enough. But what am I supposed to do? Special circumstances require special measures.
You're telling me. Where's your colleague?
That's a very good question, which I have
mir
already
gefallen.
asked myself. When I see him next, he'd better dress up more.
The question is, does the barkeeper's disappearance mean he had something to do with yesterday's events? And if so, is he the victim or the perpetrator? I must keep my eyes peeled and my ears to the ground to make sure I don't become the next person everyone worries about.
Die Bongos nerven echt, die nerven mich auch. Können wir den nicht irgendwie, den Jungen über Bord schmeißen?
For how long has little Oscar been drumming already?
It seems like forever, but that's probably just my impression.
Yes, probably. Can't you persuade him to take a short break or a long one?
I've already tried that, and it turned out to be a serious mistake. The kid would probably have stopped a long time ago if he didn't know how much he's annoying me.
And you put up with that?
He is the captain's son.
I see.
But maybe you can do it. I'd be eternally grateful.
I won't promise anything, but I can try. Is it worth opening the bar? There's not really much happening here.
To be precise, there's nothing at all happening here. But that's no wonder with that racket going on. Who wants to listen to hours of arrhythmic drumming if they can avoid it? But as long as there are no other guests here, I can at least escape the noise with my MP3 player.
I'm leaving now for a while. If I bump into the barkeeper while I'm gone, I'll send him to you, okay?
I would be very grateful to you.
Ah, diese Ruhe. Himmlisch. Einfach nur himmlisch. Komm, ins
I
Lego.
had actually imagined that I would be spending the crossing lounging in a deck chair.
Genau.
Instead of that, I'm having to deal with all kinds of incredible
Du bist ja auch mal
problems.
entspannen, Mädchen.
I just don't feel like bathing at the moment.
Also wenn er der Kapitänssohn ist, dann kann ich vielleicht mal den Kapitän fragen, was der Sohn eigentlich ganz gerne macht.
Hello. What can I do for you?
Does your doctor wear a wig?
Not that I know of. Why?
He's in a passenger's cabin at the moment, and he's definitely wearing a wig.
Look, I don't want to get personal, but you seem to have experienced a number of strange things here on board. Exchanged suitcases, disappearing handbags, doctors who went overboard.
What are you saying?
I'm not saying anything, but please understand, I've really got enough to do on this ship without taking care of the passengers' entertainment program.
Well,
Now just go and find yourself a nice deck chair and enjoy the journey.
but do I really look like some bored bimbo who just makes all this stuff up in order to grab the limelight? It seems I do, so I need proof. Okay, so I'll get some.
Zu spät.
I'll let you get back to work.
Thank you.
Something strange is going on. Something very strange. Dann gucken wir mal. Nein. Hilft eh nix. Zum Doktor. Da gucken wir mal bei mir rein. Gibt's da irgendwie was Neues? Körtern.
Wow, that's really awful.
Ach ja. Was denn? Komm, hopp, hopp. Hopp, hopp, lauf im Galopp.
There are still some clothes in there,
Ja, ja.
but nothing I desperately need at the moment.
Okay.
TV inspectors would probably find dozens of pieces of evidence in this bed, but I can't see anything out of the ordinary. The door to the sick bay is locked.
Aha. Echt?
Poor soul. Hopefully she'll be better soon. I don't really like her, but she's lying somewhat strangely, so twisted. People don't lie like that. Something's very wrong here. The captain may well finally call me mad, but if something really has happened, then somebody should do something about it, and fast.
Kann man ihn nicht anklicken.
I must convince the captain that there is something wrong here.
Die Lichter so komisch. Der glaubt mir doch eh nichts mehr. Der ist noch genervt von mir.
Nobody seems to be inside, and I can't get in without a key.
Jo, so ist das. Rauf mal hier lang. Waschraum. Unverändert.